Englewood is an outcast. People say, how do you live in Englewood? Aren't you scared? It's horrible. Everybody's a criminal. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna show you another truth. Okay. I'm Asiaha Butler, and I'm a resident here in Englewood, Chicago. I grew up in this community, went to school here, met my husband here. When it was time for us to purchase a home, we really was looking in the suburbs. Somebody had tried to rob us. We just felt like we want a fresh start. And then, I don't know, I looked out this window and it was about 6 kids across the street. They were throwing bottles onto the sidewalk. And it was a little girl and she was just like playing in the dirt with like a pink dress on. So I'm like, and I don't know what it was that day. I looked over and I told my husband, I said, we can't leave. I said, no way that the kids on our block, this is what they should be doing. He said, Aisha, we talked to the jobs, we're trying to get a transfer. Englewood is not gonna change. I said, I can't go, I gotta stay. I gotta figure out what I could do to contribute to this community. So many others in Englewood had really no interest in the political landscape because we had saw decades of it not being beneficial to our community. That really was what sparked the conversation on how we started RAGE. RAGE is the Resident Association of Greater Englewood. You join if you have a common interest to see this community be better. My work was community development of the mind. How do you get people who live here to think differently? That was important. I wasn't a grant writer, so I used the passion of people to better this community. If you are a graphic designer, you do our flyers. If you like talking to people, you head up the street team. That was such an easy way to organize. So I was selfish. I looked out to that lot, which made me stay here, and I wanted to buy it. When I look out this window, I want to see something beautiful across the street. So we did all the paperwork, and then we got a letter from the city of Chicago that denied it. And we started talking about the crisis of having over 5,000 vacant lots in Englewood. Residents should be able to purchase any lot and transform it to be whatever it should be. So the Department of Planning says survey people. So I got all the residents involved and went door to door, wrote it up, submitted that back. It passed through council. They called it the Large Lot Program. And on the first round, over 300 people applied to purchase large lots here. I mean, none of that stuff was there, and it was just a blank canvas. We utilized it after shootings as a place for healing. We wanted to figure out how do we talk to each other in a space that we also heal together. After it piloted in Englewood, it went throughout the whole entire city. I eventually do want to build out this to be a whole entire campus, basketball courts, skating, and I would love to do that. Even though I was dealing with so much on this block, I still had this hope that things doesn't have to stay this way. And so I think me expressing that gave people like, wait, it is some hope here. I might not see the change here in my lifetime, but at least I know I planted some seeds. I'm so proud of that.